Welcome to Getting to Market. I should say Getting to Market because that's the style of this show. We're taking the G's off of things. This is a podcast where John and I are going to share some of the things that I think are very topical for us in our day-to-day jobs. To intro myself, I'm Nate. I've been in product marketing for a while now, but also spent some time as a marketing generalist doing stuff across digital and social and demand gen, working for companies that were more on the services side, SaaS side, platform, cloud, all of the buzzwords that people love to throw around. All super critical stuff. Nobody could succeed without me in my role. John, what about you?
I feel like there's already you're getting a sense of the irreverence we have, not only just dropping the G's and everything else, but just trying to figure out how it is what we do and what it is that we do. So I've been in product management for a little while. I got into this role accidentally. By accidentally, I mean I was working for an organization. We started building more and more products, scaled our team, and then we tried to reinvent the wheel and learn that this whole method and role called product management. And so it's kind of that basis of like, oh, what is this thing? And like, oh, I guess I am that thing. We'll have to figure out how to make that thing effective and helpful and not just be overhead. This idea of getting to market, just sharing more of what Nate and I have learned, what we're doing day to day. If you're figuring out how companies use product management teams effectively and how to be effective with the product management team, maybe we'll tell you what not to do. I don't know if we'll tell you what to do or how to be helpful, but at least you'll get some lessons learned in what we're doing and how we're trying to help our org be successful with what they've got. Most of the episodes will follow a general idea, just like a thing that Nate and I have talked about, just different things and how we approach the jobs we have, how we're working through it, and then some lessons learned.
I mean, John, there must be one and a half people who are curious as to what we think about things. So
Yep.
there's no shortage of interest. I used to tell people that like I think the reason marketing exists is so that liberal arts and humanity majors can like get a job that pays okay after
Yeah.
school. I think one of the things that you and I really agree on is the idea that there's no right answer for how we arrive at what we're trying to do a lot of times. And
Mm.
one of the things that is nice about working with you is the collaborative aspect
Mm.
that you and I have where I feel like we don't feel like one another's encroaching on the other's territory.
Mm.
It's okay to piss on the other person's yard a little bit. And so I think a lot of what this podcast hopefully is thought provoking
Mm.
about why what we do is like the dumbest fucking way to do something. Um,
Yeah, it might end up being just a list of what not to do and
what
learning from
not
the
to do.
people that went before you. That part's probably true where there's plenty of us in product or in marketing for that matter that are in a text thread or something where you call yourselves overhead. You're like, what are we actually doing? There's more value in that collaborative aspect. That feels very buzzwordy, but it's really just kind of where we found a stride together and has been really helpful. And I've yet to figure out the prescriptive way to do it for anybody and have found more fun ideating and figuring it out.
Yeah. So, John, preview for some of the upcoming episodes because we have done a little bit of planning on things that I think we both have some perspectives and opinions on that maybe
Mm.
don't always agree with each other. So, I think, like, one preview, you have a very cool idea around sort of how you view, and it's not just about product management, it's kind of how you view your role, whatever it is,
Mm.
whether it is like on the creation side or it's on the maintenance side, and we'll
Mm.
get into the specifics of that I think on the next episode. But I
Hmm.
think we also got a couple of episodes planned, one on like customer success.
Mm.
What what is why would anyone do customer success? It's
Why?
important,
Yeah.
definitely important. I don't really want to do it, but I'm glad there are people that are willing to do it.
Mm.
What else do you want to talk about, John?
There's more that I'm really excited about. There's, the buzzword stuff about AI that we can kind of talk through and how much AI feels like this new data driven. And so I've got some background in data. I worked in data for a little while and it's kind of more of a data junkie before that, so to speak. And what does AI mean for us? And is it really the new buzzword of data driven, self-service analytics, that sort of thing? Is AI the new buzzword for that? Or is that just the new reality? And kind of talking through that, I think it'd be interesting. I've also had this idea that I and I may have been quoted on this, I can't remember, but that I play better offense than defense, and just the value of both
Yeah.
parts. And when I talk about that, people say, well, defense wins championships. And I love sports, and there's a lot of sports I watch, but I have no idea what that even means, and I don't think they do either. And so chatting through, and maybe you do, and we can find out what your thought is. But I feel like I personally play better offense, and I love that part of it, and maybe that's just a part of my approach to product management and kind of what I've been able to do. But I think that'd be a really interesting conversation to have as well.
I hope that episode is just us trying to explain the game of football to people. That's what will be really
Exactly,
entertaining.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this will be fun. I think idea for us is to get this next episode out pretty soon, but then weekly cadence kind of for the rest of the episodes. If this topic interests you, please subscribe. Follow us on whichever podcast platform is your preferred method. And one thing that we'll do on this episode, which will be a recurring segment, is like things we learned this week. I will say mine is, and this is not super work specific or anything, but teachers at elementary schools can be kind of shitty about the way your kids dress. And that's a fun conversation to have.
I love how specific and yet non-specific that is. That could mean literally anything. Our oldest has really good style, and maybe we don't as much. And so we're like taking style
Yeah.
shifts from our children. Maybe that's what you bumped into at school. My more work-related stuff that I learned, I've been spending a lot of time in AI. What I learned is that there is such a broad spectrum of people's comfort level and awareness, and just hearing people talk about it and kind of hearing every spectrum of emotion around it was a really interesting thing.
Yeah, we saw a cool example from our friend Kaylin of building an ROI calculator literally like minutes before a meeting
Yeah,
to show to a group of people. Like, that's incredible.
yeah.
So yes, hopefully some of the stuff in this brief intro appealed to you. We're happy to take some feedback on things that you'd like us to talk about as well. But yeah, please listen and subscribe, and we will be back soon.